Here's our budget report for the month of May. I share our actual numbers with you, as well as how we handled a bunch of unexpected expenses coming up. Hey there, Brittany Flammer here with videos every week on my channel about budgeting and money saving tips for you and your family. Let's go ahead and open up the spreadsheet. You can snag mine for a couple of dollars in my shop. I'll put a link in the description box below, and let's follow along and see how we did for the month. Starting with income, my husband is on salary, but he made more this month than usual. I didn't even know this was possible with his salary, but he's a teacher, and I guess when he does extra teacher development, some of those things he does, he gets paid for. Wasn't expecting that, so he made an extra $157 there. My business made more than I was expecting, which is awesome. And then interest, we made $44 that I hadn't included in our budget. We have several online savings accounts for our emergency fund, as well as money to use for house projects, updating our house in the next couple of years. We want to use that money in the next year or two, so we want access to it. We don't want it invested. We want it guaranteed we're there. So I love online savings accounts for that. If you're interested in online savings accounts, I have a video about the best online savings accounts. I will put a link to that in the description box below, and I'll have it playing at the end of this video right up there. So our total income was $300 more than expected, which is awesome. Let's move on to our expenses. Our tithing, this is all of our charitable donations lumped into one. We spent a little bit more than expected. Our mortgage, we did not pay as much as expected. I was planning on paying all the extra money that I earn for our business to go towards our mortgage, but our mortgage company charges us a fee for every extra payment we make. So what I am doing instead is I opened up another bucket in our online savings account so we can set the money in there every month, and then once a year I'll just make an extra payment, or a couple times a year. Electricity was close, just a couple dollars under. Gas is an average, so it's the same every month. Our water and city bill was less than expected. We live in the desert. We have sprinklers for our lawn, and it rained enough that we didn't turn the sprinklers on till the very, very end of the month. So our bill didn't really go up at all, so that is awesome. Life insurance is fixed. This is term life insurance for both my husband and myself. Our car insurance was less than expected. We pay, most car insurance, you pay every 6 months. Ours lets us pay monthly, and I don't know why they don't do 6 even months. It's 5 months, it's the same, and then the 6 months, a little bit less. I have no idea why they do that, but so we paid a little bit less in car insurance than we were expecting. Phone bill is fixed right on. Internet is fixed. Gas, we went over on gas. We did just fill up our tanks at the end of the month, so I have increased our gas budget for the next month. It is so expensive right now. We're trying to be conscientious of it, but we went over. Piano is fixed, so we paid $100. So we actually were under budget for fixed expenses by $53. So we're doing awesome so far. Moving on to variable expenses, rather than track all of these individually, I lump them all together and I do a weekly budget. So this month I gave myself $200 a week, and I don't categorize everything. I just lump it all together and keep track of it on my envelope. I went over by $74, and this is because we had an unexpected medical expense. My husband had to get an x-ray, and we had to pay $100 for it. We have a flex spending account, but we have used it all up. We have never done that in the past. We've always had extra to roll over, but we're in a new place with new insurance. We were just kind of guessing on our flex spending, so we had to pay for the bill out of pocket. I just went over here rather than pulling it out of our emergency fund or something. I just went over a little bit. Now let's move on to all of our savings accounts. Our emergency fund, I did not budget anything, but this is one of our online savings accounts, so we earned interest, $14.61. I did not move it out. I just left it in that account. So we can see our beginning balance and our ending balance. It's just gone up a little bit because we didn't use anything out of our emergency fund. We're just adding the interest to it. Our house maintenance, we put in $150 like we planned, but we spent $195. We had a lawn treatment for fertilizer and weeds for our lawn. We bought, I think, a new faucet. I bought some fruit trees, some plants, just regular yard stuff at our house. So our balance on that is $5,662 at the end of the month. For flooring, we did not budget anything. We did not put any in, but we spent money. We spent $6,408 because we bought flooring. We have 2 levels on our house and we were replacing all of the flooring on our main level this year. And we've been saving up for a while and we're actually doing it. We have not installed it yet, but we've got it ready to go. So our balance has gone way down to $9,592. Now let's go on to vacation. We had $42 we put in, but I spent $123. I have someone from church invited me to do a half marathon with her, and it's in another city in southern Utah, so it's going to be a full weekend. This is me paying for the half marathon. But then as I pay for Airbnb and food and all that stuff, I'm just pulling it out of our vacation budget because I wasn't planning on this expense, but it's going to come out of our vacation. So our vacation budget did go down a little bit because of that. House update, we put in $150 just like we budgeted, but we spent almost $4,700. We bought a riding lawnmower for my mother-in-law. She'll pay us back. We just picked it up for her because we had the trailer and we paid for it. But we also bought some supplies for our deck to expand our deck. My husband is a teacher and was given the opportunity from the university here for a really good deal to get certified in another course to be able to teach. So he wasn't planning on that. That was almost $800. He paid for that, as well as a new bike. We've decided he is going to build himself a bike, and so we've allotted a couple thousand for that, but we didn't create an account for it, so I'm just pulling it out of our house update because that's our big black hole savings account. Car expenses, we put 100 in, didn't spend anything. Christmas, we put money in, haven't spent anything. Kids extracurricular, I put 75 in, just like budgeted. And then we spent $335. This is for camps for my kids for the summer. One kid's doing a Harry Potter camp, one's doing volleyball, one is doing ultimate frisbee. So I just like to have that money saved up so that when we have those unexpected expenses, we've got the money there for it. So we're down to $365 in that account. Extra mortgage payment. Since we're getting charged fees for making extra mortgage payments, all of the money I make for my business, I'm putting into this account, and then we will make one lump payment at some point, as well as one of our online savings accounts had earned some interest. I just rolled it all over into that mortgage payment. Roth IRA, put $350 in like planned. My husband's retirement goes out of his paycheck before we get paid. And so this is retirement that's in my name. And then mutual funds, this is for some investment in the future. We put $150 there. So as you can see, we went over $3.28. That's small enough, I'm not gonna worry about it. We keep a cushion in our checking account. I'm just gonna leave it like that. If you wanna check out that video on the best online savings account, you can watch that right up here. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you get notified of all my videos, my monthly budgeting videos, as well as my net worth update, which will be coming out next week. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.